pandemic. We did it under pressure. It's called reaction under pressure. It's pretty amazing what our people have done. And that includes all of our military people and our CDC, just about everybody you can imagine, including Tony and Deborah. And they work long hours. There's nobody that's getting a lot of sleep. We're close to finalizing. I want to thank the writer, Christopher, this article, and it's a great article. That was, frankly, the least of it what I read. It was a great article. We appreciate it. We're close to finalizing a second partnership through which a U.S. manufacturer would convert its existing plant to produce over 10 million additional swabs per month. And we should be ready to announce this in a very short period of time. We also are going to be using, and we're preparing to use, the Defense Production Act to increase swab production in one U.S. facility by over 20 million additional swabs per month. We've had a little difficulty with one, so we're going to call in, as we have in the past, as you know, we're calling in the Defense Production Act, and we'll be getting swabs very easily. Swabs are easy. Ventilators are hard. Ventilators are a big deal, and we are now the king of ventilators. We have so many ventilators. You know, I said nobody that needed a ventilator has been turned down. It's pretty amazing. Nobody. We're working with the world-class team at Oak Ridge National Laboratory to use its injection molding capacity to potentially produce over 10 million collection tubes per week. That's tremendous numbers. In the meantime, the supply chain and logistics task force continues to surge testing and needed supplies all throughout America. Mike's team and the task force, they just met. They've been meeting virtually every day. And it's a great team. Right? It's a great team. They've been doing a great job, Mike. You've been doing a great job. Many governors are doing this incredible work, and they're working with us very closely on testing and working in their states. And again, it should be a local thing because it's all these points within a state. But we're helping them a lot, and we want to help them a lot. We're going to help them more than a lot, actually. If you think about it, with what we've done. Think of it, we've done more than all those countries combined. We're encouraging them to share their successful strategies with other governors. Some of the governors are doing a better job than others. The robust capacity that we've brought online will empower governors to deploy sophisticated strategies so they can safely reopen their states. Some people believe in testing very strongly, and other people believe in it less strongly, but still it's a very good thing to have. I think we can say that. Some people believe in it like they can't exist without testing, and other people don't believe in it nearly as much. They can see how they're doing, and they feel how they're doing, and they've been pretty vocal about that. I think you know pretty much who I'm talking about, but I believe if they want it, we should give it to them and get it for them and work with them. You must remember that the governors wanted to have total control over the opening of their states, but now they want to have us, the federal government, do the testing. And again, testing is local. You can't have it both ways. Testing is a local thing, and it's very important. It's great, but it's a local thing, and we're going to get it done to a level in a very short period of time, because all of the swabs are coming in, all of the necessary materials, a lot of them, as I said, are already there, but a lot of people don't know that yet. But we'll be doing testing at a level, already we're doing testing at a level nobody's ever done before, but we'll be doing testing at a level that the biggest tester in the world will be very happy very soon. And it's very much like ventilators. You don't hear the word mentioned, and that's much tougher, much tougher. You have to build these machines. We built thousands of machines. We'll more than help the governors, and we'll make sure that everything goes well, just like it did with ventilators, just frankly like it did with face masks, on a much easier subject. And face masks, again, everything's easier than a ventilator. Ventilators are tough. But now, I spoke yesterday with the president of Mexico and with various other countries. We're going to be helping them with ventilators. We have tremendous numbers of ventilators. In fact, I understand that Governor Cuomo is going to be sending up to Massachusetts some of the excess ventilators that we were able to get, and that's great. I think it's a great thing. The number of new hospital admissions is also significantly down. When you look at these numbers, it's a good thing to see, other than the fact that we also know how people have been just ravaged by this curse, by this horrible scourge, plague, call it. It's got many different names. In many of the hot spots, including a 50% decline over a 9-day period in New York City. That's a fantastic decline. It's a beautiful thing to see after going through the opposite. We continue to see improvement with declining trajectory of cases in Seattle, Detroit, New Orleans, Indianapolis, and Houston metro areas. More evidence that our aggressive strategy is working, and I thank the American people for their selfless devotion. The American people have done a hell of a job. We're saving countless lives, though, and again, I'll say it because I always wanted to say, well, can you leave it open? Nobody ever heard of anything like this. Not since 1917, more than 100 years ago, has anything like this happened. And in those days, they had no real communication, so you couldn't say, go inside, don't, people just died. Almost 100 million people, it's reported. It's tough. So, the American people, what they've done is incredible. And they've learned a lot, You see people picketing a little bit, and they want to get out. They want to get out and get back with their lives, and that's good. But they have learned a lot. They've learned about distancing, even now, at least until this thing totally goes away. They've learned about their washing their hands and all of the different things that we've been talking about ad nauseum for so long. And they get it. They get it. In some places, the governors are ready to go, and other places, they can't go yet, and they won't go. They have to have it safe. I want it to be safe, too. It has to be safe. And again, I have to say this. I can't emphasize it strongly enough. I'm probably going to show you charts of some of the countries that are really having trouble. And one in particular is having a massive problem where they said, let's go. We're just going to keep going. Well, they're the lines that we're famous for now. Some are flat and some are up. This is like a rocket ship. This country is, and they decided, let's go and let's wing it. It's, they thought it was okay, but it's a problem. It's a big problem. And there's another couple, there's one in particular that everybody thinks did it, but the people are staying in. Okay, the head of a country doesn't have to say stay in. These people are smart people. They know what's going on. They see what's going on. So they don't have to say, they can say they're not doing that, but the people are staying inside. There are not a lot of people outside.